Okay, so I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I wanted to share that because I think it's really nice. Because I recently tested out the RBFocus Merlin autofocuser. And to be honest, I got it from RBFocus like 1 year ago. And I never used it because I was scared about how complicated it would be to install, because it installs on the part of the telescope with the fine focus knob, and I had never removed that before. I shouldn't have feared at all, because it's basically loosening this screw, loosening that screw, and then it comes off. So very easy to remove. And then it's on the shaft, you install a coupler, and then you just like press that in, tighten another screw, and you're gone. Which means that in total you have 4 grub screws to play with. There's one you need to untighten, another one that you need to loosen as well, then one to tighten for the coupler, and then one to tighten to make sure that the RB focus is nice and attached to your telescope. And then it works. Now this focuser, what makes it special beyond being installed in such a different way than other telescopes? And I have it, like it took me literally 5 minutes to install, like maybe even less, on the Hope 60D here that I have. And that also means, by the way, it's only going to work if you have like a fine focusing system on your telescope like that. So you do need to be a bit careful. What is special about this thing? Well, one thing that is special, and that's probably not such a big positive, is that it does require 12-volt power input to function. So it will not work directly only with USB-C, at least as far as I can tell. So that's a bit of a bummer. On the other hand, it can support very heavy imaging trains because it has this 12-volt power. So if you're looking for something that's like an EF on steroids, then this can be an alternative, but know that you will need to provide 12-volt power to it. Otherwise, it connects to your PC or your control center. Here I have a Raspberry Pi 5 with pins, so Nina running on it, via USB-C. And then another big advantage that I saw with this, and this will praise both the focuser and the physical focuser of the Hope 60D by Toptech here, is that this focuser has basically, I couldn't find any backlash with it. So I ran focus curves without any backlash compensation, and I don't see like any sign of backlash on my curve. So I'll share a couple of curves on the screen, like the screenshots right now. They should look perfectly fine. They were taken with this focuser without any backlash compensation. So that's pretty amazing. It's also a good point for the Hope D60. So there you go. So yeah, so it's already like pretty cool stuff there. The price, by the way, is around 253 euros right now on sale, and normal price is 285 euros. So it's not cheap, but it's not extremely expensive. And for a zero backlash type of deal, which is pretty much like, you know, premium focuser level, that's actually pretty cheap in terms of price. Now, what else is special with this? Is that, and I'll show you what it looks like right now. You can see it has like a screen here. It's off right now because it turns itself off automatically. But let me show you what happens when I unplug this and then plug it back in. Bam. We should see, bam, RB focus comes in. And also look at this area there. The focuser comes back on. It goes in, it detects the home position, basically the lowest position of the telescope, and then it goes back to where it was before. And because there's basically no backlash in the system, it's going to be precisely where you left it, which I think it's pretty cool, which means that if I want to put it back home, I just set the focus position to 0. It will just remember the previous position, and I can set it back very precisely to what it was before. And we can see what's going on there. The screen is fairly bright in the darkness, but because it turns off automatically, it's perfectly fine in my opinion. That said, if you don't like having a screen at all on your equipment, then this is not for you. But I found that this is a pretty cool system that has like a lot of advantages, and I really, really like this little focuser here. And the reason why I started using this focuser is that I ran out of focusers. I have the Gemini on my Carbon Star. I have an EF on my Quattro, which is not used, but I'm too lazy to remove it. I have, what do I have? An EF on the SV535 lens. And currently my Toptech AAF is on the SV545 lens that I'm currently testing. So subscribe, by the way, if you don't want to miss it. But, you know, I put that on, took me a couple of minutes, and then it just worked. And it worked out of the box with Nina, obviously. It worked out of the box with the Toptech Stella Vita, that it has the driver for it, and it just worked. And now that I've done, there were some updates, it worked with the Nina-based pins there, the Raspberry Pi 5, and I'm able to control that from this little Raspberry Pi 5 without any issues, and it works great. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share. It's just a well-built focuser with some pretty unique features. It's basically a premium focuser at a not-so-premium price. It has some limitations, like it absolutely requires 12 volts. You cannot use it without 12 volts. And also it requires you to have a telescope that has this kind of system, right? Normal focuser. It's not going to work on the SQF55. It's not going to work on any lens-like telescopes. So it has a reduced, let's say, area of use compared to something like the EF. And of course, because it's less popular than the EF, there's less documentation. But overall, this thing, I like it. I'll have to send back the D60 to Toptech. This is actually a production sample. The last sample that I had of that guy was pre-production. This is production. The star shapes are better now, which is good. So it seems they ironed out the pre-production stuff, and now the star shapes are good, like little side notes there. So yeah, I mean, I'm now thinking about maybe I should put it on my Carbon Star telescope or on another telescope, but like these days the SQF55 that I use is not compatible. The SV535 that I use is not compatible. The SV545 that I'm going to test is not compatible. So that's like the limitation of that thing. It really requires that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you think of this little guy down in the comments. Have you tested it before? I think it's amazing. Despite its limitations, I'm in love, especially no backlash compensation needed. That's like music to my ears. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this video, please leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel out. Thank you so much for watching till the end, by the way. And if you want to support me even more and you're planning to buy anything from Agena, High Point Scientific, or even like Amazon, even if it's got nothing to do with astrophotography, if you do so after clicking one of the links that I have down in the description, it will help me out at no cost to you. And if you want to help me even more and become a sponsor of the channel, make all of this time and money that I invest in the channel possible, you can join my Patreon as a member. The link is down in the description. Or my channel as a member. It's the join button next to the subscribe button. You guys, you know it. I say it every time and I absolutely mean it. You make all of this possible. Thank you so much for your support. With that, I hope this was interesting and useful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, whenever you can, to look up at the stars. And I'll see you next time.